Oh, welcome back for another PGA Tour 2K25 video. And you know how when you're at work and you get either that email or the post next to the time clock or in the break room that says something like, "You asked, we listened," and you know you're about to see a bunch of bullshit. Well, this is a "You asked, we listened" video, but it's hopefully not a bunch of BS, right? Because in our other PGA Tour 2K25 videos, you have said repeatedly in comments that the club fitting system in this game is really complicated and hard to understand. So, I wanted to take a second and just make a quick video to talk about what fittings on clubs do, how they work, and what they don't do. So, let's take a second to do that. But before we do all that, just a quick reminder to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and head to our website, strangelyAwesomeGames.com, for a lot more on sports games, entertainment like movies, etc., and a whole lot more. Also, here on the channel, we have a lot of movie content, other video game content. We'll have a bunch on college football 26 when that launches. We have a podcast on MLB The Show and a whole lot more. So check all that out, please. We know that to build attributes on your player, you go and into the MyPLAYER attributes and MyPLAYER progression. You earn like available AP as you level up, and then you spend that with the currency, the VC that you earn in the game to increase your player's attributes. We know that. And once you get to the max level, you can be a 99 overall. On top of that, you can go and add skills to your player in the skill trees in the same thing, just by toggling using left bumper, right bumper, or R1, L1. And you'll be able to add different things based on however you want to spend the points that you earn. The final one, you'll also, the clubhouse pass skills, you'll earn skills inside the battle pass that you'll be able to apply, and you'll earn new skills with each season that comes out. So we know all that. If you do all that, your player's attributes are going to be really strong in some areas. Like for me, I have, like, my player's a 99 overall. I have 82 overall swing path, 80 contact, 80 correction, things like that. But power is relatively low, 62. Putt weight, 60. Putt rhythm, 62. Transition, 79, etc., etc. So it's not, even though I'm 99 overall, I'm not 99 in everything. I'm not maxed out. I'm not overpowered in the game. Well, there are ways to tweak that and add a little bit more to the individual attributes, but it's per club. And this is where club fittings come into play. So let's talk about it. So what we want to do is go into the golf bag. And then here you'll see that I have a bunch of clubs that are the red, which is the ruby here. And on Xbox, you press X to go in and upgrade the club. So I've got this upgraded to Ruby right now. The next one it costs, I think 2 or 3 of the tuners to get up to the next one, but we're not worried about that for right now. So what I did is upgraded the wedges to Ruby level so we could play with this and take a look at how upgrades work with these fittings. So here you see on the screen, I have all these fittings available to me, and I've earned them through either Clubhouse Pass or with online tournaments or whatever it is, right? Just completing challenges, whatever. They show up all the time. It's not something that you need to go buy a lot of. You can see here, some of these you can see I have quite a few of. Like I have a lot of the recovery one, and power quite a few, and then varying amounts of some of the others. Well, what we're going to do here is I'm just going to go ahead and use some of these like upgrade tokens to unlock all 5 slots. So you can see here, as I move the right stick across, here are these upgrade slots. Now, normally you'd have to go and earn club XP with these Callaways to unlock these slots. I'm going to go ahead and use the upgrade tokens to unlock them all for the purposes of this video so you can see what the different upgrades do. So the first one, we're going to go ahead and use power to upgrade that, and that's going to upgrade the power slot for us a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and we'll use contact in the second one. Then we'll go ahead and use swing path in the third, finally recovery in the fourth, and rhythm in the fifth one. So what that does for us is it gives us additional attribute points in each of those categories just for this club. So if I use it for wedges, it's not going to apply to the drivers that I have in my bag. It's not going to apply to the putter. It's not going to apply to the woods, hybrids, or irons. It's just going to apply to the wedges that are here. If I can go ahead and add these attributes as well to all those other clubs, but it's done by club groups, and then it's done by club brand name, etc. So what I mean by that, if I were to decide that I don't want to use these Callaway wedges anymore, or I want to use a different club for something different, if I go and switch this out, any other club I pick is going to have a starting point. So some of these were emerald to begin with. So they would start at the emerald level, which gives you a +3 to every attribute slot when you put one in there. Ruby gives you a +5, which is nice. So as you level up the club to ruby, emerald, whatever, the number of attribute points you get for each slot that you spend or attach a fitting to increases. So whereas early on I was getting like 2, now I'm getting 5 for each one. So I have 5 in power, 5 in swing path, 5 in rhythm, 5 in contact, and 5 in recovery, with this one being emerald. Now, if I go to this one, this Mizuno T22 wedge, okay, if I decide that I'm going to roll with that one for a while, this would only give me 3. And on top of that, I don't have anything unlocked here. So I would have to go and reattach, respend club fittings into here to be able to get those attribute boosts. So they don't go across clubs in a club group. So be sure that you really like the club that you want to use. It's the one you want before you start really spending a ton of the attribute or the club fittings to increase your attributes. Okay. The good news is that clubs are pretty much cosmetic. So you can just pick the one that you want and upgrade that as you go. Here you can see that the woods that I have are in the sapphire range. So that just gets me a +4 instead of the ruby, which gets me +5. Same for my putter, which is the candy cane. That gives me +4 and then +8 I doubled up on them on putt contact, so I get +8 in that. And then the ball, I have sapphire there as well, and that just gets me 14 for forgiveness. Okay. Again, if I were to pick a different putter, different golf ball, different whatever, I might start back over at the very, very beginning. So important to know that when you go in and do this. Hopefully that helps you understand club fittings a little bit more and how they work and why they're in the game and how to use all this stuff to be a better player in PGA Tour 2K25. The good news is to get the fittings themselves, the little boosts, whether it's recovery or power or whatever, those are pretty easy to earn. Those you can earn really fast. The upgrade tokens can be easier to earn. I had quite a few of them before I upgraded the wedges, but the other pieces, the tool to upgrade from sapphire to ruby, etc., that is a little harder to come by. There's usually 1 or 2 of them in the clubhouse pass. They're always in the store for like 750 VC or something like that. Thankfully, it's relatively easy to earn VC in the game, and especially if you play online tourneys every day. So do that and you should be okay. Leave any questions or comments in comments. We'd love to have them. And any other videos you'd like to see for PGA Tour 2K25. Otherwise, hope you're still really enjoying the game, and look for our videos coming up on College Football 26, MLB The Show, and more. Lots of movie content as well. And head to our website, strangeawesomegames.com, to check out the latest on all of those things too. finally like this video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. It really helps support us, and we really do appreciate it. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.